Welcome to Cole's Place. My name's Colin. Great to have you along live on a Tuesday night, isn't it? Yeah, Tuesday. Sadly, not from Tenerife, from my hometown in Bournemouth. Yes, we're back in the UK, guys. We landed back safe and sound yesterday. Now I'm going to cough and splutter my way and sniff my way through this live, okay? So bear with, people. I've got a drink, Diet Coke, not drinking. So welcome, Cole's Place, Tuesday Night Live. How are we? Nice to have you along. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm just going to log in on my other phone while I'm chatting. If you're new to the channel, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, it's free, hit the bell for notifications. Nice to be back home-ish, sort of. Loads of new people have joined us over the past week or so through the Tenerife vlogs, etc. So I do appreciate that. A big welcome if you're one of those. If you're watching on catch up, hit the thumbs up as well. Right, okay, so how are we all? Great to have you along. Nice to be back home, sort of. Nothing like your own sofa, your own cup of tea, and your own shower, is there? Hey? Hope you've enjoyed the videos that I've put up to now. There's still quite a few more to come. I've done a few here and there. Regular viewers and those who saw me over the weekend and joined in the lives, massive thank you. You will know, Friday night, I came down, it hit me. I always catch a flipping cold at the best times, don't I? I know there's no good time to catch a cold. But we're back. Saf's fine. Massive thanks to all those who sent me messages about Saf. She had a great week. She really loved it. Despite me catching a cold at the end, the week hit the spot. It was a nice, peaceful, restful week. I saw loads of people, met loads. Actually quite humbling. It's getting to the point where, I walk down La Paz Strip from one end to the other. You'll see the videos I'm putting up. I'm walking up and down, and it's getting a bit Scotsman in Tenerife, like people stopping, Colin. It's really humbling, really nice. And, you sat down having a drink and they come across. And so if I met you and I've not shouted you out, I'm sure I shouted a lot of people out on the videos. If I did meet you and I didn't, it's not that I've forgotten you. Honestly, every single person coming across is appreciated. I didn't meet as many of the regular guys as possible, but I'll go into that later. Obviously, I kept away from people who are having this cold. Anyway, without further ado, oh God, there's loads of you in already. 23, sound and pick good. Thank you, Angry. Hope you're well, mate. Anne's in evening, Anne. JBM Western Supermare. Oh, nice one, mate. You're not too far away from me there, mate. Only about an hour or so away up Bristol way, innit? Yeah, since I've been to Western Supermare. That's where the tide goes way out, doesn't it? Bryony's in. Hi, Bryony. How are you? Hope you're well. I saw your message, Bryony. Honestly, I've got about 1 million messages to catch up on about what you were doing. I'll reply later if I don't crash out Lemsip ridden. Maria Ayres. Hope you're well anyway, Bryony. Hope you're well. Maria Ayres. How are you doing, Maria? David Butler's in. Good sound and picture. I didn't even ask for a sound and picture check tonight, did I? It's the effect of Lemsip Max, you know what I mean? I don't know what day it is, and I didn't even ask for a sound and picture check. Excuse me. JBM got lost today in Western. You're the genuine UK traveller, mate. How can you get lost in the UK? Trisha Slater, you should be in your bed, not on here live. I'll tell you what, Trisha, do you know what? You're right. However, we got back yesterday round about, well, when we landed, the flight was really quick. It was like just under, I don't know if anybody else watching was on the Tenerife to Bournemouth flight. It went out, we sort of left the runway going out sort of towards, well, not the end you normally go where Tenerife's on your left. We went out with Tenerife on the right and we flew out to sea, sort of over Los Cristianos, and then turned back on ourselves and went up. The pilot on the intercom said it was due to the coming in wind and it's had a lot of rain today. Anyway, long story short, got back yesterday at about 10 o'clock, Trisha. By the time we got through Bournemouth Airport, got back home. And up until about 2 o'clock this afternoon, I haven't moved off the sofa and I needed to get out and moving about. I can't just sit there. I was making myself feel ill. So it's actually, you guys are doing me a favour tonight by allowing me to be in your living rooms and on your phones. So it's nice to be here. But I do appreciate that, Trisha. I'm not getting up to much else, let's put it that way. Thanks for moderating, Anne, says Graham. Yeah, second that one. Thank you, Anne, as always. She's been more than patient with me over the past week because when I'm away, I try not to live by the clock. I've learned in the past, and there was a couple of occasions just went, right, bang, I'm going live. Saturday morning being an example, when I met up with Scotsman. And yeah, Anne's there. So thank you, Anne. Massive, massive thank you. Is appreciated. Nikki's in. Evening, Nikki. Evening, Colin. Saf's in the other room, Nick. Switzerland is bloody cold. Yeah, we'll keep it there, please. Keep it there, please. Vinny, hello, sexy cold, innit? Vinny, it's flipping Baltic. What are you on about? Freezing. Stuart, don't you ever missed anything in late from work? No, just me moaning, Stuart, about having a cold. That's all. You haven't missed anything. I've only just started, mate. JBM had 6 rude messages because I didn't upload for 2 days because I didn't upload due to hotel signal was half, whatever that is, uploads week. Don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. One thing I've learned as your channel grows and more people come on board is you can't please everyone all the time. You just get that second skin. Luckily, as you can see from this chat, 99.99% of people are absolutely lovely. So they're the ones you focus on, mate. Brian is hello, Craig. You see, how are you, Craig? Hope you're well. Sue B's in as well. Good evening, Sue. I wasn't expecting that many of you in tonight because I thought you'd be sick of seeing me. How many lives did I do? I can't remember. I did Sunday night when we were walking out with all the police. That was a good live Sunday night. I've got to be honest, out of all the lives I've done in Tenerife, that was probably my second favourite. My first one being when I went down Veronica's on St. Patrick's the other year. But Sunday night, it was just like a mad trip, wasn't it? There was a lucky men running out all over the show. Flipping Super Mario. Then we went and saw my mate Dan doing a bit of singing. Oh, great. I enjoyed that live Sunday night. If you watched it, thank you so much for joining in. If you watch it on catch up, go and have a look. Right. Jamie Priest. Hi, Colin. It was lovely to meet you. Same to you, Jamie. Absolutely top guy. Jamie Priest, everybody in the chat. One of the funniest guys I've ever met, I've got to be honest. I can't repeat his jokes on a live. Emma's lovely as well. Lovely couple. They met in Veronica's many, many years ago. They were telling me the story. And myself and Scotsman, we had a great sort of hour or so with them outside Gary's Fish Bar. Great to meet you, Jamie. Right, yeah, honestly, Jamie, we'll keep in touch as well, mate. That won't be the last time, I hope. Dolly's in. Evening, Dolly. Had an amazing holiday. Dolly, it was non-stop. It was absolutely fantastic. It did the job. Brilliant. Can't wait to get back. Pick fine, and your name is Cole. Sorted. That's all you need. Ian's in. Welcome back. Yeah, thanks, Ian. Nice to be back. No worries, talk soon. I feel better. Yeah, Brian, also, I'll give you a message later. I've got a few things to do, so I'll message you later. JBM. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. When I go to Tenerife, will you give me a list of things to do and things I should not do, like safety list? Yes, Jay, of course I will. I'm going to touch on that in a bit because I had a few chats with people over there. But to be honest with you, mate, you don't believe all you hear and read. A lot of it is disproportionate is the word I'd use. Thousands of people are there enjoying themselves in all areas of Tenerife without any negativity or any, anything happening to them. It's unfortunately, it's like anything in life, it's the bad you hear first. Put it this way, me and Saf felt completely safe at all times. Never a problem. Louise is in. Hi, Louise. Your videos were great to watch. Oh, thank you, Louise. I've got a few more to come. In fact, I've got one that I'm going to publish straight after the live. It's the first. We did 2 or 3 little sort of restaurant visits. And this one is a very popular restaurant in Los Cristianos. Not the tapas one I go to, I hasten to add. But a very popular, well-known restaurant in Los Cristianos. I've actually been there before, and it was superb. Went there a second time, not as great. And I've been honest in the video, so check it out after the live. Angarello, once spent a week in Western. Yeah, thank you, Louise. Once spent a week in Western Supermare. It was not expected unless it's had a revamp, tired, run down. I haven't been there for years. It was when I had this camper van. I went to Western Supermare, so talking, 20 odd years ago. Bit like Blackpool, innit? Everyone keeps trying to get me to go to Blackpool. Not a chance. The best thing to come out of Blackpool is the M55. JJ's in. Good evening, JJ. How are you doing? Hope family's well, mate. 5 degrees here, but temperature's dropping. In Bournemouth, according to my finger and a thing on my phone, it's about 7 or 8 degrees, but it feels actually all right. It's not too cold. It's just very damp and dark and grey. Hence, as soon as we drop back, Saf goes achy again. Live, not enough and not as many as GVM. It's Craig. How does it feel being back in the UK, Col? Oh, I'm over the moon, Craig. I'm having a whale of a time. Full of cold. As I've just said, the weather's shit. And I've got work tomorrow night. What's not to like? Lindy Lou, hi Lindy. Good evening, Cole. We're in the pub having a nice meal tonight. Oh, what are you having? What are you having? Enjoy. You don't have to sit here watching my ugly mug, mate, moaning if you're having a meal. It's freezing and apparently a storm on its way Friday, so be careful. Ooh, well, some of us won't be here. Some of us will be jetting off again Friday. Cole, enjoy your lives and journey. Oh, thank you, mate. Journey been great. Oh, appreciate that, Craig. Thanks for taking us with you. For us who live alone, it's good to be part of a strong community. Craig, thank you for that comment. That if I could start a comment, that is exactly the reason behind my channel. And appreciate that. If I can just sort of indulge in Craig's comment for a minute there. A lot of people say to me, you should do this. You're a Tenerife vlogger. You should do that. I'm not a Tenerife vlogger. I'm a vlogger who goes to Tenerife. The channel's growing now at a remarkable rate. And I like to think I've stuck true to my word from when I started the channel. And at the moment, Craig, I tell you this, I'm going through a very sort of unique part of my life. Saf's coming of age, single parent. Not many blokes bring the kids up alone, but, it's part and parcel of life. And this past 2 or 3 years, it's been my little diary of what I've been doing. And I've been trying to show that being a single father, as opposed to a single mum, no disrespect to single mums, it isn't all difficult gloom and doom. It's got its ups and its downs, and you can have a bit of fun doing it and a bit of a laugh. And it is a journey. And if that message gets out and, people who live alone think, oh yeah, I can do a bit of that, I can have a bit of that, or this fella's crazy or whatever. If it makes you smile, mission accomplished. So thank you for that, Craig. Kev got really drunk first night. I'll talk about that later. I might even show a picture. If Kev comes in and says yes, I'll show a picture. Can let everyone know about Webby Sports Roundup's new name, Webby's World, innit? I've only messaged Webby briefly. We had a quick voicemail chat. Didn't get to see him last week. I'm gutted. Let everyone know it's not a dodgy account, I presume. No, Webby Sports Roundup has changed to Webby's World. So he's still doing his sports stuff, but he's bringing more stuff in with like his friends and his lovely wife Dawn. More about his general life. I think he's doing a few more sort of vlogs locally, as opposed to just sitting there talking about who's the best football team. So it's Webby's World, not dodgy. Thank you, JJ. Lovely reminder. Thank you, mate. Great to meet you with Tim Cole. It was superb meeting you and your mum there, Craig. Loved it. Thanks for the tour of the hotel. That was an eye-opener. No, Blackpool is grim at the minute. If I've offended anybody who lives in Blackpool, I do apologise. I speak as a past visitor and a potential future visitor. I just can't bring it. I've been there 3 or 4 times, and each trip I've had, nothing to do with the town. It's just been a bit, ugh, you know what I mean? And I live too far away now just to pop up there. I'm not Macmaster or Prash Super Travels or JBM. I can't just drop a drop of hat and go for Blackpool for a day. If I'm going to go somewhere for the day, I like to choose somewhere, not posher because I'm not posh, but, just somewhere I'd probably enjoy more. If I make fun of Blackpool, it's all in jest, I promise you. Tina's in. Tina Rigby. Hi, Tina. How are you? Hope you're well. Thanks for popping in. Carl Rushton's in. 44 in, it says. Well, 42 in now. Thank you, folks. Willie Rushton. Only go to Blackpool to do a delivery. What of? Dynamite? I can't help myself, sorry. Don't blame you, Carl. Carl's off to Tenerife soon. Big Aid had a burger. I had scampi. Oh, let's catch up on these comments. I'm way behind as usual. Wrap it in on that big crap, aren't I? Big Aid had a burger. I had scampi. Oh, nice one. Regards to Big Aid, Lindy. Enjoy your food. Dolly's going to go and walk the dog. Thanks for popping in, Dolly. Hope it's not raining where you are. You are a vlogger that brings happiness to us, Colin. Oh, thank you, JJ. I try my best. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks to everyone asking if I'm well, says Trisha. I had to tell you I now have cardio tests to be done. Duh, Trisha, in the wars. I've got so many friends here at the minute as well. I've got a couple of friends here. I've still got a mate who's in hospital with COVID since October. and he's not in a good way. And I've got somebody else who was going to pop round tonight, and she's not in a good way either. Honestly, everyone's poorly at the minute. It's Craig says, I'm a lucky for going away. It's only a weekend, Craig. Only a weekend. Nothing, don't be impressed. Doing a great job as a father. Oh, thank you, Carl. My daughter might differ. Especially when I try and put her in a YouTube video. Sorry for caps lock call. Don't worry about it. Yeah, everyone's supporting Trisha, and rightly so. Hope it turns around soon, Trisha. You're due a turnaround. You have great support and help your community more than you realise, Chloe. Your chats and vlogs. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that. But it works both ways. I couldn't do it, and I probably wouldn't do it without everyone's support. You know, because it does work both ways. I hope you guys see that. Michael, any evening, Michael. How you doing? JJ's getting excited. Ah, we go. Ex-Holiday Rep Adventures. Glad I found your channel, Colin. Nice one. Really good videos, always informative. In your last video, you've referred to working in Tenerife, if I'm not mistaken. What did you do, if so? Always good to hear. Yeah, it wasn't for very long, mate. I'm a part-time DJ karaoke host here in Bournemouth. And many moons ago, I did a few stints over there. It wasn't a prolonged stay, unfortunately, because my life changed in that I met my ex-partner. First child came along, and it's sort of all cut short. But yeah, I did a couple of stints, a couple of bars down just opposite Veronica's, and one in Los Cristianos very briefly. Long time ago. Also did a bit in Magaluf as well, a long time ago. But mainly I've worked in sort of Newquay and Bournemouth most of my working life. If I could wind a clock back, I'd do it all again. Dave Bardell, hi Dave, how you doing? So if you're offside, I get it. Right, JBM's had his caps lock on. I was in for almost 3 weeks over Christmas ago with Flower. Remember, mate? I remember looking at you live. Karen's in. Karen Dellard, our daughter's off to Costa Teguise Thursday, Col. Oh, nice one. I remember you saying, Karen. Tell her to watch my video if she wants to have a party. There's a video on my channel, Karen, where to go late in Costa Teguise, because everywhere, as you know, Karen, you've been there, everywhere shuts at 11. So tell her to watch that video and she'll find the late bars. Mind you, she's not like you and Bob. She's not a stop out, is she? Karen, hope you well. I'm back on Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday this week. I'm not at the Hop-In or anywhere Saturday. I'm off to Portugal with the old boys. Wagwan Kirk's in. Wagwan Tours. How are you, Kirk? Great to meet you last week. All the best with your test, Trisha. Yeah, wonderful. JBM, you're wonderful. Oh, thank you, mate. If it wasn't for you, I'd have quit YouTube. And I hope you're glad you didn't, mate. Hope you're glad you didn't. Good to have you around. JJ, am I still here? Looks like. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I'll wind the clock back to at least have some. Yeah, that was it. I'll tell you when it was. I'll tell you when I was there. I can't remember the year now. It was when David Beckham got sent off. When he lifted his leg up. I was actually DJing after that match, playing all like the World Cup songs. And I can't even remember who England were playing because I don't really watch England. But David Beckham lifted his leg up and tripped to I think it was Argentina won it. And Michael Owen scored a couple of goals. I remember that. Whenever that was when it was. And Magaluf was 96. Whew. Blimey. I swear. She's watched it, Colin, helped to choose. Oh, nice one, Karen. Hope she has a great time. Costa Teguise is absolutely fantastic. It's a bit quiet for me, got to be honest, but really very, very clean. It's one of the whole of Lanzarote is, I hate to say it, but it's got one thing over Tenerife now. It's a lot cleaner. Tenerife's beautifully clean for the most part, but some bits of Las Americas and, San Eugenio are a bit grubby. Whereas Costa Teguise, Puerto del Carmen, it doesn't seem to have that issue. It's beautifully clean. Costa Teguise more so. My only down with Costa Teguise was it was very windy, breezy Teguise. But great service in the bars and restaurants. Loads of choice. If you just want to go out in a day and have something to eat, you've got just as much choice as Tenerife. But it's a night time, 11, 12 o'clock, it started closing down. And you're like, oh, where next? And you're a bit limited. But other than that, absolutely stunning. Nicky's got a fire alarm in the hotel. Oh, you just remind me, Nicky, I'm going to drop a little exclusive bit of news at the end of everybody. Nicky's got a fire alarm in the hotel. Vinny M, FIFA World Cup 98, showing your age. It would have been, that would have been the year, definitely, yeah. Showing our age. 24. Anyway, behave yourself in Portugal. What we will do for karaoke. The keeper of the Purbex will miss his karaoke. I'm back the week after, Karen, in full flow. Don't worry. Send Bob my regards. Yeah. I'm back a week on Friday. Hopefully we can go live. Back a week on Friday. Then I think I'm at the Star on the Saturday. I don't know. Have a look at my diary. Yeah, so this Friday, guys, I'll get this one out of the way first. So Tenerife's done. I've got loads of videos still to put up. I'll be putting them up over the coming days. A couple of restaurant reviews, a couple of excursions, a couple of walks, a couple of Veronica's videos. One's a bit controversial. I'm probably going to lose a few subscribers after the Veronica's one I'm going to put up. And then, yeah, so this Friday I'm off to Portugal. Flying out from Bournemouth Friday morning. There's me and two other guys going, and we're going to. It's a friend of ours, Stag Night, Karen Dallard in the chat. Good pal, Aaron Bob. Bob's superb. Sing on the karaoke. There's a local pub in Poole called the New Star. A lot of you will have seen my mate Phil, who's a licensee of the New Star. It's his stag party this weekend. Well, this week. So a lot of them have already gone over there. They're in Albufeira. Myself and two or three others are going out on Friday morning because we couldn't make it in the week. Obviously, because we were doing other stuff. I wouldn't want to be there now feeling like this anyway. Hopefully, I'll be feeling better by Friday. So we're going out for Friday night and Saturday night. So I'll be doing a few vlogs. I'll do a travel vlog. I'll do some afternoon vlogs and a couple of nighttime vlogs around the old town, and hopefully one on the new town. But I do believe at this time of year it's very quiet, so might be limited what I can show you. I will probably try and do a live as well. If the old town's nice and busy and lively, and I'm sure some of the other lads will be up for it, I'll do a live as well, show you around Albufeira live at the end of January. So that's this weekend, so look out for that. Looking forward to it. Going to be a great laugh. Great bunch of guys who are going. Karen will tell you. Great bunch of lads gone over there, and I'm sure we'll have a load of fun. And then, yeah, back next week, and then I can crack on putting some more stuff up. And that'll take us nicely. I've got some Bournemouth stuff coming in February, some good Bournemouth stuff coming. And then that takes us nicely up to March when we can all start planting St. Patrick's. Yeah, I'm rattling on again, aren't I? Keeper of the Purbex. Karen's husband, Bob, he's a keeper of the Purbex. He works on the fantastic Sandbanks Ferry Company, and he lets people in and out onto the Purbeck Peninsula according to who they are. You have to have special VIP access. We love Bob. 1998, 26 years ago, and you must have been so 44. You're rubbish at maths, Vinny, I tell you that now. You want to stick to your jokes. Alan, Cole gave it to the whole island. Super spreader. I was putting it about over there. Just back in, how's the influenza? Yeah, the man flu. Mate, honestly, it's in my chest now. As you can hear, I'm like a bit wheezy, but a lot better than I was. Oh my God, Sunday on that flipping boat, I thought I was going to die. Oh. Damien Hooper's in. How are you, Damien? 53 in. It's nice to see the Tuesday lives growing. Go back about just over a year or so ago when I started these, we had 20 odd in, and it's nice to see, out those 20, most are all still in the chats week in, week out. Really appreciate it. And now we're regularly getting 50 plus when I'm sat here in Bournemouth. Last week in Tenerife, there was one, I think it was the first one I did, that topped over 120 people in. So really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Makes it worth doing if it gets you guys together. Subi, Lanzarote is a lot cleaner. We found that too. We actually preferred the vibrancy of Tenerife, which we didn't expect. Yeah. I know what you mean, Sue. It is. It's a lot cleaner. I don't know. It must be. At the end of the day, it's down to the people who are there, isn't it? I've heard they've now declared a national emergency. I tell you what, I've seen some clips today. They've had crap weather, haven't they? It's been raining today. Saf and I have been really lucky with the weather. We got home yesterday, and I think from last night onwards, it just took a bit of a turn. Don't know how it is now. Louise Paxton, hi Louise, how you doing? Danielle's in as well. Hi Danielle, long time no see. Hi Cole staff and everyone, nice to have you back, Danielle. Hope all the cold bugs cleared in Tenerife. They should do. I mean, quite a few people have been hit. Shelley was not too well. Singer Shelley. I heard a rumour, I don't know how true it was, Rick was starting to come down with it. If, you know, I hope they're both better. There was one of my mates over there who's not in the YouTube world. He was poorly. So yeah, there's a lot of people, and wherever you walk up and down the street, people are coughing and sneezing. So it wasn't just me. Tenerife, Tez, how are you, Tez? Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. A couple of people asked me about you last week when I was on my walkabouts, mate. They referred to you, so you're having an impact, mate. It was all good as well. How am I doing, says Danielle. I'm doing fine, Danielle. Just got back, as you may know, from the beautiful island, Tenerife, and suffering from the old man flu, so I'm in a bit of a moan. Kirk's off to Lanzarote, Gran Canaria next week, says rain for the old time. No, can't believe it. Hope it's all gone for my birthday. Jamie Priest, hi Cole, lovely to meet you. Likewise, Jamie, I said earlier, cracking meeting you. You are one funny guy. I did a long ride from Los Cris to Lecce and back on a mobility scooter on Sunday. Whoa. And I also love watching DJ on his new adventures. I'm loving watching him. He's a great guy. Do you know what? Weirdly enough, Daniel, I've not seen anything of, or not seen a lot of Darren's videos since he's gone to Thailand. I need to catch up. I'll drop him a message and I'll watch a few. I heard his vlogs are absolutely superb. Last couple of weeks, I've not really seen much of anyone's, I'm afraid. Cheers, everybody. Solange. Diet Coke. Let me know what you're drinking. Right, I put in a post tonight a couple of things I'm going to mention that came to light over there. I've mentioned it to one or two people. The first thing was prices. Everybody's asking me about, has it gone expensive? If I'm honest, I don't think it has. Your general food and drink, your day-to-day living costs seem pretty much the same. I think the €1 pints, Kirk will probably tell you better, the €1 pints are a little bit in the past. They're all about $1.50, the cheap places now. Although I'm sure there's somewhere you can dig one out. But you're paying €2 to €2.50 for a pint of beer, 4, 5, 6 upwards for a cocktail. You know, they've still got the 3 courses for 10, 11 quid or whatever. But what has gone expensive, and a lot of people pointed this out to me when I was out on the walks, hotel prices. I think, Anne, if you don't mind me saying, Anne, you've been shopping round and you're seeing it as well. Quite a few people said to me last week when I was doing the walks, you know, like the Scotsman style walks, and people stop you. There was 2 issues that people wanted to talk about. Practically everybody who was stopped and spoke to brought these 2 issues up. So they must be on people's minds. The first issue was hotel and accommodation prices. It was along the lines of, we come every year. Last year we paid X £100. This year we're paying almost double, or we're paying this, that and the other. Everyone's really cut out about the prices. So there's a general feeling, and I'm sort of inclined to agree with it, Tenerife could be starting to price itself out a little bit. Whether it's intentional, or whether it's demand, or whether it's just people taking a piss, I don't know. I know Christmas, December, January is high season, so you expect to pay more like you do in kids' holidays. But even off-season, like April and May, where traditionally it's been cheap, there was a couple last week, I think they were from over Birmingham way, and they said they come at the beginning of May, and they stay in, I forget where it was now. It's escaped me. I had it in my mind a minute ago. It'll come to me. Anyway, they normally pay for a week in the beginning of May, round about £600 for a self-catering apartment. And the same apartment this May, for the first week in May, is £1,100. So that's nearly double. And they said, we're still coming, but we'll spend less when we get here because we only have a certain amount for a holiday. Now, a lot, you know, I go in the Fish Bar a lot, I go in Dublin a lot, you know, I go in a few bars. Fish Bar is a one-man small pub. Gary, the owner, owns the bar outright, and, you know, what he earns is he has a couple of staff maybe, I don't know, got his overheads. Whereas a Dublin bar, Gaelic Corner, that's a massive concern. They've got dozens of staff, security, bar staff, entertainers, the whole lot, levels of management. It's a massive operation. And I spoke to somebody within there and they said, we're noticing, yes, there's still the same amount of people, but they're not spending as much money. Now, whether that's because I think it's cost of living here, people haven't got as much money to take with them in the first place. And then when they do go, because they've paid over the odds or more than what they'd expect to pay for accommodation and maybe flights, they're spending less when they get there. In which case, I might be wrong. Some of you might say I'm wrong, but I think, those that be in Tenerife might want to look at it and think, are we pricing ourselves out of the market? What do you think? Let me know. I was going to do a vlog on it, but I just thought I'd mention it live and see what you think. Right, I'll catch up with your comments. I'm gonna raise a second point that people brought up to me. Yeah, I can see the comments are flying in, so it's obviously it's a nerve. Thank you, Danielle. Scotsman video doing great, mate. Yeah, Scotsman's a natural on the videos, Kirk. You always do well with him. Please give him a message because he does appreciate everyone. I will do, Danielle. I've caught up with Darren in London about a year or so ago. We didn't do a video together. We had a great chat. He is a great guy and he does appreciate support. So yeah, my bad. I'll be honest with you, my bad. I've purposefully left him alone as well while he's settling in. But my bad, I will drop him a message. Comments are flying in. Hang on, people. That's it, a nerve, that, hasn't it, the accommodation thing? I can see it all flying in now. But keep them coming, because I want to know. Because I'm going to chat about it when I go back to somebody. Everyone's saying, so everyone... Yeah, there we go. Next stop for me, Benidorm, back to Tenerife. Oh, nice one, Tez. Can mods drop Darren John link, please? Yeah, somebody will do that. Alan Zombie Vlogs, Col, I've just hit 350,000 views on. Nice one, mate. 20,000 watch hours seems okay for a small channel. Alan, mate, as you grow more, trust me, the bigger you grow, the more that'll grow with it. It's sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Exponential, is that the right word? You'll just go, keep going, mate. Kevin says to me, keep going, and I'm saying that, just keep going. Full fat iron brew, Stuart. That's me only old Diet Coke. Flights to Canaries are crazy. Yeah, that's it. A few people have said, oh, your flights. Be honest with you, flights from Bournemouth are relatively cheap compared to what I've heard elsewhere. Portugal this weekend, it was £12 going out, £15 coming back, and £8 or £9 for me to take a 10 kilo case. So cheap as chips, Bournemouth at the minute. Tenerife, way more expensive than other three islands by far. Absolutely. That's exactly the message people are giving me. I've heard it. Next year we're going to Lanzarote, next year we're going to there, next year we're going to there instead. And it's purely because it's cheaper. Nothing wrong with Tenerife, just people are voting with their feet. And, prices are high season. I'm paying a couple of €100 for 6 days. That's not bad though, Dame. Absolutely so expensive to book any decent accommodation, yeah. Col, you need a hot whiskey and a hot bird to make you feel better. I'll probably get one or the other. No, I'll get the hot whiskey later. Steve H is in. Hi, Col. Alan Zome Vlogs. If I had to pay for the hotel now, then when I booked, the price has gone up by 16.9%, which is a lot of money, Alan. Shark Bar. Nice one, Tez. He was asking about you, Tez. Showing him your photos. I forgot to delete the last thing I typed, sorry. Don't worry about it, Jamie. Neil Garvey, how are you, Neil? You can still get a reasonable deal. You do have to pick your week, at least on a package deal, and using January sale codes. Good tip, mate. Yeah, nice one. Wagwan, after COVID, Reef hasn't had a low season. It's just slightly less busy, but it's rammed all year. You're right. So prices are up, but book well in advance and it's still cheap. You're right. Having said that, I didn't book last week until 2 weeks ago, and I got a 3-bedroom apartment, Los Cristianos, and it was 600 quid. And it was a fantastic apartment. Couldn't fault it. So, but that's, I know a lot of people don't like using it. I've had my fingers burnt, but that was through Airbnb. If you're going to book through Airbnb, go for the ones with good reviews. Go for the ones that are companies that just happen to advertise on Airbnb, and you're normally okay, says he after his locking out episode. Have I done a cost vlog on my last holiday? The one just, I don't really do cost vlogs, Steve, but I might actually do that. Now the issue's obviously at the forefront of people's minds. The Arona for New Year's gone up by 38%. See, it's a lot of money, isn't it? There's an idea, Tricia. We need to get an apartment for 8 to 10 people and share the price. Bear in mind, Tricia, the 8 to 10 people, you've got Anne and David and Keith and all them. They don't go back home till 5 in the morning. Only joking. I was looking for December. Price was £1,000 each. Wow. You're absolutely right, Cole, about not spending as much while out and about. People that see the businesses are noticing it. You know, especially the small ones. Gary says, I'm getting more people in because the bar is busier, but per person, they're not spending as much, you know. And, you know, at the end of the day, something's got to break, hasn't it? Something's got to give. David Butler, a big dormitory like the Love Island bedroom. Well, here's an idea for you. Why don't you go to one of Kevin's hostels? You get 8 in a room there. Gone up in price, but you can still find great deals, says Michael. End of March is good prices. Saw that. After Paddy's Day, when all the mad people have gone back, it goes a bit cheaper, doesn't it? Flights aren't too bad. Yeah. Bruno's in. Am I, Bruno? Talking about Dublin about. I always thought overpriced and overrated. Avoid always. Yeah. It's more expensive compared to some of the places around there. I'll give you that. Overrated. I personally enjoy it in there. Purely because of the music. I'm not fussed on the actual crowd. I think a few people get too drunk and you know, a few people get a bit too aggy, but the music, you know, I like the sort of music they play and I like watching a live band. And for me personally it suits, because if I'm making videos or if I'm out with Saf, it's just that little extra hour at the end of the day I can go to relax and have a few bevers without being mithered, you know what I mean? Stuart, only 10 years ago, we would get a week in Tenerife, including flight self-catering for under 600. You're looking at double that. Easy. We paid $250 for return for flights in March from Prestwick. Still seats available. Same flight is $97.60. That's it. That's the old airliner logarithms, isn't it? If the demand decreases and people stop booking, the prices go down. Let's show some love out in the comments for Anne. She does an amazing job. Thank you, Danielle. You're right. Travel with Taz is in. Hi, Taz. Where about are you? I did see your video pop up before. Where were you? Remind me. I saw one of your videos pop up. Is Tenerife expensive if you have a mobile home in the UK? It will cost more than going to Tenerife. Good shout, Tez. There's a mate of mine. He's got a mobile home. I forget where it is now. And he's charging, like, in not even summer holidays. He's charging in June £700-800 a week for the mobile home. Bugger that. Does anyone here know of any 3-star hotels that have aircon? Ooh, over to the hotel experts. Kev's your man there if he was in the chat, but he's probably on the lash with the Gypsy Souls. Aircon 3-star. I think Siesta's got aircon, but I think it's 4-star. Top of my head, mate. Day 3, Angor's skinny dipping. Heard so many reports at the airport 9 out of 10 times is a shambles, was never an issue pre-COVID. Yeah, I'll tell you now, this trip just gone was the first time I've ever had any issues with the airport, both going into Tenerife and coming out. I'll tell you what the issues were. Going in, we landed on the Monday afternoon. So last few times we've landed late at night, so it's obviously naturally quieter. Monday afternoon, where you walk into the passport control, it was just like a cattle herd. There was no organisation whatsoever. And there was people who were in like the disability assistance queues. That queue just vanished because everybody jumped in that. And people were waiting in wheelchairs, and people, you know, with walking sticks and what have you were in the same queue as regular queues. Everybody was just bombarding. It was like every man for themselves, and there was no security or no organisation. That didn't help. I had an issue with the car hire, but that wasn't down to the car hire firm, so I won't bother going on about that. And then coming back out, nice and quick through the airport, no problems. However, SAF does have special assistance because of her disability. We don't always use it. It's usually coming back we use it because she's tired. And if she's going to ache, it's coming back. And when we got to Tenerife, albeit early morning on yesterday morning, there was nobody at the special assistance desk to help. So she literally had to walk, and she was in a lot of pain by the time we got there. She had to walk all the way through the airport unassisted and up into the aircraft itself, which basically killed her. So that I know they're only first world problems, but they were two issues that I've never experienced at Tenerife. So hope that's not a sign of things to come if the island's busy as well. Down the second channel, thank you, man. When looking, it seems only to be 4-star hotels, maybe who have aircon. Maybe it's not a stipulation of 3-star, Steve, I don't know. Did I see Keith popping in? All things Keith. Hiya, Keith. How you doing, mate? He's here. Boom. If I'm missing anyone's comments, just flag me up and shout at me. I think a lot of places are getting expensive, says Taz. I found some places like hotels have gone up in price since COVID. They're recovering costs, aren't they, I suppose? Recovering what they've lost. Tracy's in. Good evening, Cole, staff and all the lovely people in chat. Hope you chat. Yeah, thank you, Tracy. Yeah, all good. Post-holiday blues, full of man flu, but other than that, yeah, great. Just discharged from hospital with real flu. Oh, mate, had a day of blood tests, ECG, chest x-ray, all good. Back in bed now. Mate, rest up. Oh, Keith, mate, sorry to hear that. Hope you're all right, mate. Because you were on about coming over here, weren't you, at some point, mate? You're more than welcome, but get yourself right, mate. Okay, is okay. Wrap up well, says Damien. Absolutely. The Columbus is 3-star and has aircon. There you go, Steve. There from 4th of March. I'm sure you've seen that already. Patrick Morrins in. Sorry, late proceeding. Hope you got a note, Patrick. Hope all well. Keith, there's a really bad dose around Dublin and it's crippling people. You did say that. Do not book with Gold Car. Yeah, I saw a couple of people complaining at their window. I will look for vlogs on Columbus. Steve, a handy hint there. I do know Columbus generally don't let people vlog, so if you do get one, it'll be gold dust and it might be a little bit old. Night Strider tried to get in there, but they binned him off. And I think, I'm not sure if Scotsman Kev's done one. I'm not sure if he's actually stayed there and done one. I don't know, mate. I've not seen many. Hope she's okay. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, she's fine now. Rested up and all that. Daniel Holmes just popped in to say hi. Been out for a family meal. Oh, nice one, Daniel. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you and Saf okay. We're fine, mate. Just in recovery mode. You know as you are. We all need to get to the reef to sweat the man flu out of us. Absolutely bang on. Not all the apartments at the Columbus have aircon. This is great because this chat is providing people with information. And it's giving people a sensible window to air opinions. So this is great. Keep this going. I'm loving it. There's another example. Do you know of checking bungalows at Atlantida? I was going to actually shout that out, Sam, but I thought I'd let you do it. Did you enjoy your holiday, Steve? I've got a video on my channel. I stayed in Park Santiago 4. Nice one, Tracy. I'll have a look at that. Special assistance never ends. It is truly needed by a lot of us. Right, Tricia, I'll tell you exactly what happened, right? We got there. Now, I know we got there very early, but you still would expect a member of staff to be present. You know, they normally are. Now, Saf doesn't need a lot of special assistance. At the end of the day, she can walk. And if there was somebody there who needed it more than her, we'd give up, you know, because she can walk. Albeit it's painful, she can walk. Now then, the desk in Tenerife, I'm sure those who use it know where it is. It's right there as you walk in arrivals. We got there Friday on Monday morning, and there were people sleeping rough in a little area. So when you go up to the special assistance desk and register, you're then invited to sit down while you wait for one of the staff to come and help you. And they take you through security, through to the departure lounge, and then if you need it, up to the aircraft through the lift and what have you. Now then, that initial point of contact on yesterday morning, there were people sleeping rough in that area. So they'd actually closed the desk. The computers were off. It was just closed. And there was 2 people sleeping in tents inside the airport in the special assistance area. And there was other people sleeping on the floor. They weren't holidaymakers. You could tell by looking they weren't holidaymakers. They were rough sleepers. Now, if they'd closed the special assistance desk and relocated it elsewhere because of that, then they should have put a sign up saying so. Now, when we got to Eventually got to the boarding gate where you show your boarding passes. So we've gone through security, through departure lounge. The thing comes up, go to gate 40, whatever. You go to the gate, they've got the 2 Ryanair girls there. They check your boarding pass. I said to them, where are the special assistance people? And she went, they're down at the special assistance desk, San Barreras. I said, no, they weren't. And she insisted they were there. I said, they weren't. There was nobody there. There's just people sleeping rough. Anyway, they didn't want to know, basically. So we just carried on straight through, went outside onto the tarmac and got on the plane. When we landed at Bournemouth, it was the opposite. There was a guy literally waiting at the bottom of the steps for SAF. And, you know, he sort of, she could still walk, but he did offer her a wheelchair. I can't remember if she used a wheelchair now, but he carried a bag for her and all that sort of stuff, you know, spot on. But Tenerife, massive big letdown. I don't think it'll ever end, Trisha, anyway. I don't think it's not something they can end. Your specialist was grateful that it was available. Yeah, absolutely. Even if, you know, you only need it for part of the trip. You can ask at reception when you arrive, but you have to pay for. Oh, there you go. Yeah, talk. Oh, go on, crack on about aircon. Shocking, Cole. Yeah, it was shocking. Specialists in Manchester rubbish. Tenerife are normally very good. Yeah, we've never had. She hasn't used it that many times. It's only the last couple of trips, you know, we've been on, and sometimes she doesn't even bother. You know, but yeah, our experience is very good at Tenerife. Never a problem. It's terrible, yeah. Right, another talking point. Where are we? Blimey, coming up to the hour. Another talking point that I thought I'd bring to your attention, because there has been a lot of talk about it already, and I won't go into it too much because I don't want to put people's hackles up or put people off going. But it's the pickpocketing issue over in Tenerife. Now, I know, Tez, don't want to bring any bad memories back for you, mate, and this isn't directed at you because I know it's great to have you in the chat. However, when I was doing my little walks on the camera, you'll see on a couple of them that are coming up. As I said, one issue they kept mentioning was price. The other issue was pickpocketing. And what I will say to you, and this is just a little warning really for anyone who's going out there, most of the pickpocketing seems to be, from I'm only going for what people are saying, believe it or not, Veronica's doesn't have a problem at the moment. You know, there's a massive police presence down there, but it doesn't have a problem. There was no issues. The big area for pickpockets at the minute is the Vulcano Hotel, round the back of that, in between. If you imagine us, those of you know the area, if you imagine that little square, Vulcano, down to Part La Paz, down to sort of Part Santiago Fort, back up to sort of Villa Cortez, the posh one. All those little alleyways at the back, right, I'm not kidding, I had at least 4 people who were chatted to on the walks on video say to me, 4 people said, we've actually had our bags snatched. We've had, and it's the ladies they seem to be targeting late at night. One, believe it or not, was 5 o'clock in the evening. And it's basically snatch and run. Snatch and run. And you'll see it on one of my videos. Oh no, it was live the other night when I walked past Daniel's new Tenerife excursion shop in that area. I don't know what member of staff it was, but there was a couple of people walking in front of me, and one of the girls had a bag over her shoulder, and Daniel's member of staff said to her, put the bag over crossbody because it's rife. So yeah, just a warning really. I don't think it's a massive issue. I think it's perfectly safe. Veronica's was absolutely fine. Los Cristianos didn't seem to be any problems from what I saw down on the seafront. But that area, all those little back alleyways around the back of Vulcano, around the back of Part La Paz, that seems to be getting targeted at the moment. And it's isolated, it's shut off, and I didn't see one police presence around there. The only police presence I saw was those who were chasing the lucky men away. You know, like the street sellers, they were chasing them left, right and centre practically most nights. But they're all kicking off over there because there's no police presence in them alleyways. And it's where most of the bag snatching, it is bag snatching. There's no sort of distraction techniques used or anything like that. Everybody I spoke to said they come out of nowhere, literally rip the bag or One woman had a bracelet ripped off her, that sort of thing. So if you're going over there, you're staying around that area, don't want to worry, I don't want to put you off, but that's just be aware of it. That was the other thing I was going to bring up. So sadly, that is still is an issue as well. And that culminates in the conversation most people are having with me was, we love Tenerife, we will come again, but price, but pickpocketing, bag snatching, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I hate to think it's going to put people off going in the future. So I think the powers that be need to sort a couple of issues out and nip it in the bud. So that was the other thing I was going to mention to you. Keith's done a walk around of Columbus, nice looking hotel. I've walked in there, it is a nice hotel, but I've never filmed in there because they don't let you, I don't think, unless they let you. Don't know what happened there, guys, do apologise. Are we back? Yeah, sorry, I can see we're back now. Yeah, Ryanair fly out twice a week from Bournemouth. I know they're not everyone's cup of tea, but we've just got Jet2 in Bournemouth as well now, who are flying out, well, I think it's twice a week as well from Bournemouth. And we've also got TUI, who are flying twice a week, but they're a little bit more expensive. But Ryanair and Jet2 seem to be round about the same on prices throughout the year. So if anyone's capable of getting down to Bournemouth to fly out, you might brag yourselves a bargain. So we'll always have a look. If you can get down here, it can be a bit of a stickler to get to Bournemouth, but if if it's within an hour or two, probably worth it. Although I do warn you, car parking at Bournemouth Airport is pricey. So if you know somebody who lives in Bournemouth and can get you a car parking space, you might be on. You know what I mean? Right. Let's catch up on your comments. Now I've harped on and moaned about Tenerife for me man flu. Let's have a look. Feel free to chip in anything you want to say, guys. Right, let's have a look. Where was I up to before we froze? Steve H getting that. Steve H getting excited for December. Brian, you have to tell. Thank you, Brian. Assistance. Yeah, we did all those, didn't we? Done a walk around Columbus. I'm going to compare. Yeah, said that Jet2. Walked every night, and my missus had a bad because she thought I was being paranoid. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with, better safe than sorry. Alan says if they target Anne, someone will get a Glasgow kiss. We speak the same language, Alan. Get the first punch in. Rocky Earth guy, how are you, mate? Hope you're well. Nice to have you in. Steve H, there we go. Yeah, everyone said David's backpack was dipped just outside the volcano. It is. It's because it's isolated there. That's what it is. There's no cameras and nothing. Everyone concentrates on, the usual spots, Veronica's and all that. And Veronica's on, what night was it there filming? Saturday night, I think it was. No, before I had the cold. Thursday night. There was more police and customers in the bars, I tell you. You have to watch out for them cutting bag handles. Ooh. Never seen that one. Time to update the whiteboard. Call subscribers up, says Summers. Yes, I will. Good shout. JBM normally has me on that one. I'll do it in a minute. Thank you for the shout out, Anne. Anne's a legend for putting up links. If you've got a channel and you want to get it out there, ask Anne or JBM or somebody. They'll put a link up for you. I couldn't believe it. All the homeless hanging around the area, but they're bag snatching. Kind of knew it was coming though. Yeah, the two... Back. Oh, we're back. Thank you. I can't believe how Joyce Barr looked after me on Friday night. Nice one. Good shout, Jamie. Joyce Barr do look after everybody. Yep, 100%. I'm glad you said that. And I saw the picture of you in there. Do you know, I was going to come down Friday night, do a bit of filming, but this kicked in. And I just went to bed. If I'd known you were down there, mate, we'd have come down and boogered. Jet2 from Liverpool. Fantastic. Oh, nice one. Update the board, says Jay. I'll do it now. Susan McLaughlin's in. Evening, Susan. Are you offering parking now, Cole? Oh, yeah. I can tell you where to put it, nice and safe. I've done the airport vlog. Oh, nice one, Daniel. I'll have a look. Southend, wasn't it? Damien Hooper's in. Can you get me a space or do I talk to Eric? Don't talk to Eric. He doesn't know anything. Doesn't even know what day of the week it is, Eric. Cole, who is bag snatching? Locals or African immigrants? I would say it's organised professional gangs. I don't think they're local, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think they're African immigrants. And I know for a fact they are not lucky men, right? It's not a sideline. I know for a fact they're not. I've touched on this on a vlog. I've done a vlog. So everyone says, oh, the lucky men rob me. Lucky men don't rob you. Yes, they do sell things they shouldn't sell, some of them, but most of them just want to flog you in a handbag. They're not going to rob you. But no, I think it's organised gangs. A lot of them are Eastern European. You're going to get the odd local who's going to try his hand, you know, just like you get the odd Brit. But I think it's organised gangs, mate. To be fair, Cole, because the pickpocket folk stole from a YouTuber, it was a big mistake and they have now been detained. Yeah, good shout, Tez. Public service provider, aren't you? You'll have to get mugged more often. Put it online. Only joking. I felt terrible for you, Tez. If I'd have been with you now, I tell you, I don't know what I'd have done. I tell you that now. They'd have been walking up each other's backside sideways. Any tips on booking apartments or hotel recommendations? I'm not a hotel guy, Rocky Earth guy. I tend to go for private holiday apartments because I like the freedom and I like the home from home feel of some of them. I go on Airbnb, choose my date, Airbnb, look at the ones that pop up in the areas that I like, and then I look at the reviews. And I tend to go for the ones that are owned by accommodation companies rather than one-man bands. Nothing wrong with some of the one-man bands. I've done a couple and they're absolutely fine. But if you go with the companies, they're licensed. They tend to get better reviews. You can get a better history. And they just tend to be better apartments because they're professional as opposed to little people doing it as a sideline. Living in Southampton, I always prefer to go to Bournemouth. Oh, you're not too far away, Neil. I forgot your parking not cheap, but better than the trek to Gatwick. Neil, if you're flying from Bournemouth again, drop me a message, mate. I can help you out. Can I move the follow me on social sign because it should be on your right, our left? That one. Follow me should be on my right. What, you want it there? Touch of the cold. I'm going to whiz through these. I'm going to update the board. I'm going to let you guys go. Colin, yeah, I've done that. Thank you for allowing me to share my page. Not a problem, Tracy. It's what we're for. We all share here. Sharing is the name of the game. Usually Romanian or gypsies from the mainland. They come over for the season, head back to the mainland for the summer. Yeah, organised gangs, Eastern European. Definitely not the lucky lads. You know what I mean? I see it so much, it pisses me off. You know, lucky men are out to rob me, watch or whatever. The heck is like, they want to flog you the cheap one. They want to flog you the handbag. They want to flog you the things go on your head. That's what Are we back? Are we back? Keith, I've got to where Keith is. Eric doesn't even know my age. Eric does know I'm 24. Lynn Rowlands is in. Cole, what is your schedule after Portugal? I've got a trip in March, mate. St. Patrick's. Destination unknown yet. Robbing bags off the beach. Yeah, I did hear that. Right, goals. Daniel's off to bed. Nice one, Daniel. I'll have a look at your airport vlog, mate. Thanks for popping in. Everyone's going to watch Tracy. If you need a hotel in Tenerife, talk to Scott's man in Tenerife. He is your guru, you're right. Cops in Spain are horrible. Prash is in. How are you, Prash? Hope you're well. Hope mum's well. Frozen. I think we're back now. It must be the weather here in Bournemouth. I'm down a dip as well where I live. Damien's off. Nice one, Damo. Enjoy your trip. See you soon. Nice one. Lucky, good price. Lucky, loads of sound. Just trying to earn a crust. Bang on. Thanks, Cole. Booked airport parking now. It's pretty convenient. Yeah, it's right next to departures, Neil. But yeah, give me a shout because I live in the town centre and push come to shove. Park at mine, I can take you out there. We're back. Loads of them in Liverpool. Might be under live. No, I'm still here. Tim's in. How are you, Tim? Just finished dinner, popping in to listen to your adventures. Well, you missed most of it, Tim. We've just been moaning, basically. We touched on hotel prices going up through the roof. We touched on people pickpocketing around the back of the volcano. And I moaned for about half an hour about me cold. That's it in a nutshell. I actually had a laugh with some of the lucky men. They aren't bad people. At least ones to seem okay. Am I bringing back live karaoke? I'll touch on that in a minute, Tracy. Yeah, the lucky men, most of them are sound. The older guys who work around Park La Paz and down on Puerto Colon, from my experience, are fine. Some of the younger lads who work around Veronica's and some of them on the Golden Mile, they'll offer you things that they shouldn't offer you. You know, they're young lads, you know, all you have to do is say no. But most of them, especially older guys, I've known, you've seen on my videos, you know, I chat to them, known them years, and a lot of you guys know them. And yeah, they're there to earn a living and flog you a bag. That's about it. If you don't want to know them, if you don't want them around you, just a no and avoid eye contact with them, they go away. I use Cole's Wi-Fi, and when I did the live, it's shocking. Yeah, my house Wi-Fi is terrible because it's wireless and I'm in a dip. We don't have, where I live now, we don't have cable and nothing. So we have to use wireless. So it's better for me to use my actual phone data, which I thought was what I was doing. Obviously, I'm not. St. Patrick's, Prash is hoping to be in Tenerife for my birthday in March. Nice one. Is that for St. Patrick's week, Prash? I can't remember. Do I live near Pebble Beach? Where's Pebble Beach? I live right near Bournemouth, mate. Near Bournemouth Town Centre. Pebble Beach. Don't know Pebble Beach. Alan arrives on the 10th of March. I'm catching up with the comments, Lynn. I'll update the board. How is McCall getting on? Oh, Lynn, I'm dying, honest. No, it's all stuffy now, Lynn. It was, oh, God. I've done a couple of vlogs over the weekend. You'll hear me sniffing and sneezing through them. The one I put on last night when I was up near Tramps nightclub, it had just come on then, and I felt rotten. I went out, stupidly, I went out on a boat Sunday. I'm sure all of you have seen Tim's fantastic little reel he did. Saf and I, we went out on a self-drive boat. And if you get a chance to go on one, get down to Dan and the team and get a self-drive boat. They are so much fun. And it is what it says. They give you the safety thing. I've done a vlog on it. It'll be up in the next week or so. You get to drive the boat. They take you out of the harbour at Puerto Colon because you've got to have a licence to do a boat around the harbour. Then once you're out sort of on the open waves, you pass the jet ski a bit, you go past the fish farm, and they just let you go. And that's it. It's you and the Atlantic on a boat, which is about 15 foot long. And I think you can fit about 6-7 people on it if there's a group here. And you've got a little thing, a sunscreen thing, a sunshade. Absolutely fantastic to give you drinks and Pringles and all that malarkey. There's a little Bluetooth speaker so you can have some tunes. You can have your own boat party. Absolutely superb. One of the best excursions I've been on. And you get 3 hours. And we went all the way up to Karasavaki. But I was full of flipping man flu. I thought I was going to drop dead. Not as bad as Keith, though. Good to hear you're getting better, Keith. Man flu, get the army out. Col still has a Sky Dish, VHS video player and 50p in the back of the TV for radio rentals. Showed your age there, Vinny. 50p in the back of the telly. I haven't got a VHS video player. I wish I did have, because I've got some old videotapes that I could do with watching. Prash, if I manage to get to Tenerife in March, I'd like to interview and finally give you a gift I got made for you for Christmas, but never a chance to give it to you. Oh, nice one, Prash. Is the rain finished now, Tim? Good question. While Tim answers that, I'll update the board because I've got about 10 people shouting at me because I've not updated the board. What colour is that? Black. Oh, my word. Oh, there. Right, okay, so I can't remember when I last did this. Was it the week before I went away? Should we start from the bottom? So we had 6,469 subscribers before I went away. As usual, a trip to Tenerife does your figures good. At present, live tonight is 6,622. So that's about another 150 of you guys who've joined. Massive welcome. Thank you so much. And if you're watching us on Catch Up, as Tim says, subscribe. And as Kevin says, it's free to do so. So yeah, nice one. 6622. Absolutely overwhelmed. Tim will tell you this. I never thought I'd get anywhere near that when I started this malarkey. Right, views. Is that the next one? Oh, I've gone back to the top now. Views. Views. So before I went away, it was 1,180,000 views or thereabouts. It is now 1,208,200 views. That's how many times you guys have watched something I've put up. 1,208,200. Whoa. And watch hours. This is one that takes a leap when you go to Tenerife, I think. Watch hours. So before I went away, it was 105,720. And as of 2 days ago, I think it is, 20th of January, 108,142. Oops, missed a one. 142 hours. There you go. I haven't even got the energy to turn around in my chair. There you go. So absolutely fantastic. Massive, massive thank you to everybody who supports the channel. Everybody who watches, everybody who comments, everybody who thumbs up, everybody who donates a couple of quid here and there. People like Anne, who consistently moderates and does the links and everything else. And the other vloggers and YouTubers, Tim, Keith, everybody who are there on the end of the phone if I ever need them. You all said before, oh, you bring us a lot of fun and all that. Yeah, that is part of it, but I wouldn't be able to do it if that wasn't in existence. So thank you so much. And I look forward to bringing you even more. The more it grows, the more I'll do. And it's an absolute buzz and a privilege and a pleasure to be part of it. Thank you so much. Right, I'll get back. We'll do the last comments, guys. And then just a quick word on that. If you're just starting, like the Daniel Holmes of the world, Foggy. All right, Foggy's still in the same bar that we met in. Oh, you came to me at then, Foggy. If you're just starting out, you know, you got a couple of hundred subscribers, whatever. My advice to you is, and I think Tim said this to me, don't get hung up and caught up on figures. Just do what you enjoy doing, and that'll come. And that is proof. You know what I mean? I never dreamed in a million years, 3 years ago, I'd have 1,000 people. I think Alan's Homemade Vlogs has made a similar comment. I never dreamed in a million years. Well, my life's boring. No one's going to watch me. But, you know, just do what you enjoy doing and that'll come. Don't worry about that if you're just starting off. Just worry about sticking your camera out there and filming yourself. Right, we'll do a quick catch up on the comments and then I'll let you all go. If you fancy a walk, go to timothydowd.com events and pick a date. Yes, Tim's walks in the mornings are probably the ones I watch the most out of all the vlogs. I don't know why, but when he's in Los Cristianos walking around, I'm hanging on every second. Foggy's still in the coconut bar. Oh, Foggy, sorry I didn't catch up with you after, mate. Great meeting you and Hayley. Cracking fella. Una Mines is in. Evening, Una. Everyone's saying hello to Foggy. 108,000 watch hours. Feels like I've done them all. It's only 3 hour Veronica's walks at 2 in the morning, Vinny. Oh my, I got shouted at while I was in Parc La Paz one night. I finished doing a video and I sat down in the Brahms and List watching Soul Brothers. And there's a couple and I met a few people there, funnily enough. Anyway, there's one couple in particular, and I forget the names. If they're watching, it's not you, Jennifer and Colin. This is another couple. And the lady in this couple, I don't think I even got the names. She said to me, I must stop walking round Veronica's at 2 in the morning because it'll be the last vlog I ever do out of all my vlogs. She said, you must stop doing that. So I didn't make any promises. Great analytics there, Cole. I always knew you'd do it. Still think that walk up the mountains is the best video you ever did. Everybody should go and see that again. Nice one, Tim. I mentioned that to Saf the other day, Tim, when we were driving past Shea Fita. I said that's one of my favourites as well, to be fair. The walk up Shea Fita. It was funny to do because of the reason I did it. And it had a great result at the end. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for the live call, says Taz. Nice one, Taz. Go and subscribe to Taz. Stephen Fegan, well done from Belfast. Nice one, Stephen. Hope you are, mate. Thanks for popping in. 50. We've been hovering around the 50 people mark all night, which is superb. Thank you so much. Great numbers, Cole. Karaoke update, Tracy. Yes, thanks, Cole, for sharing. Thank you, Susan. Karaoke update. Yeah, so Tracy, the reason I've not been doing the Friday karaoke lives, it's not because I've stopped it per se. It's purely because on a Friday night the bar are working. Although they're supportive of the karaoke and they keep it going through the winter, it's not very busy. So you tend to find that the only people we get in, apart from a couple of lovely regulars we've got, like Karen, who was in the chat earlier, the only people who come in at about 10:30, 11, and that's because they're usually staying in the hotels locally, and then the hotel entertainment finishes around about 10 o'clock, and then they still want to have a drink, and they know they've seen the pub, so they come into the pub about 10:30, 11, and that is how it is this time of year. So if I was to start the karaoke live at 9 o'clock, you'd just be looking at an empty space for the first hour and a half, which isn't great viewing. So I've not been doing it in January. Next month onwards, I'm not there this Friday because I'm in Portugal. Week after, I'll see how it goes. I'll assess it week by week. Naturally, the pub starts getting busier from round about mid-February onwards. People start coming to Bournemouth. It's very seasonal. It's not like Tenerife where it's all year round. So as the pub gets busier, or if I've got a night in particular that's busy, you know, I'm there ready to go live if need be. So it hasn't stopped. I won't be bringing back the live chat though. I will say that at this stage. The live chat just didn't work. So, but the karaoke Fridays will come back at some point in the next sort of 6 to 8 weeks, definitely. All right, so yeah, look out for that. Enjoy what you do, otherwise you get hung up with figures. Absolutely, Taz. That is just me being an idiot, but it's nice to see a record. It's nice to see it growing up week on week. But yeah, by and large, ignore the figures. Just enjoy what you're doing and do the best you can. Right, what's Foggy asking me here? Cole, can you give you a shout out on tomorrow's vlog? Oh, nice one. Not that anyone watches my crap. Yes, they do, Foggy, and it's not crap if you enjoy making it. Go watch Foggy's videos. Prove to him that people do watch. Cheers, Keith. Well deserved. Cole, do you feel like Mr. Trump? Controversial. I've got a Veronica's vlog coming, Bruno, right? And I tell you now, I might have even got a bit too far in what I've said, but it's my opinion, and I don't consider myself that opinionated, but in this one, I was very opinionated, and it's coming up probably in the next week or two, and I'm probably going to lose a few viewers for it, but hey-ho. Tracy's off, cheers. Listen, we'll wrap it up. Thanks for all thumbs up all 50 out. Thank you. Yeah, hit a thumbs up before you leave, people. When I do a walk with Tim, do it on my scooter, it'll be cool. Staying at Santa Maria, nice apartments, saw them. Have you been to Gandhi's restaurants? 9 p.m. call. Cheers, Craig. Channel link for Tracy. Yeah, I watch Foggy. That's great. I missed Stuart's suggestion. Need to let Tenerife Tez come on your live. Who, me, Stuart, or Tim? Tez has been on about 20 of Tim's lives. He's more than welcome to come on my lives at any time he wishes, 100%. And I'd like to do and ask me anything with Tenerife Tez as well. Over to you, Tez. I think it's a great suggestion. I think it's a great suggestion as well. Trump's going to save us. I wish we had a Trump in charge of the UK, because the first thing he'd do is put us back in Europe. Thanks, Cole. Love to Saf. On that note, thank you, David. Love to Saf, they're all saying. She's got her AirPods in. Listen, guys, thank you so much for watching tonight. Do appreciate it. Sorry I was wheezing my way through it. Do apologise. Massive thanks for all your support when Saf and I were over in Tenerife on the lives. The lives were immense. Probably the most enjoyable lives I've done over there, purely because you guys were there, and really do appreciate it. A little exclusive for you. Somebody did say before, what's my schedule? Portugal this weekend. Not sure on St. Patrick's. I'm veering towards Lanzarote. Saf is campaigning in Tenerife. We'll see how that goes. I'm not going to book it till sort of middle of February, end of February. But in terms of Tenerife, when am I going next? I'll let you know soon, because it's already been booked. Okay? Take it easy. Watch everybody's content. Foggy, Taz, everybody, Prash, go and watch the content. You've heard enough of me. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll be live from Portugal Saturday afternoon stroke evening, and there's a video coming up, a Chinese restaurant, controversial, straight after this one. Thanks, Span, for moderating. Take it easy.